South Africa is a modern developing country in desperate need of assistance. It is currently plagued with HIV/AIDS as well as many other STDs. Students providing resources and infrastructure non-governmentally by offering care, or SPRINGBOK for short, envisions creating a healthier HIV/AIDS-free South Africa without the obstacles that stand in the way of accessible and affordable treatment for all using this budget. SPRINGBOK specializes in providing sexual health education, resources, and infrastructure in South Africa. Through the distribution of free condoms, birth control pamphlets, and other sexual health amenities in planned clinics throughout the country, SPRINGBOK aims to increase awareness and education about sexual health in order to prevent a wider prevalence of common STIs, including HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, and many more. In the end, SPRINGBOK is focused on improving community health in South Africa first at the local level, before eventually spreading to the regional level. Partnering with the Luna Foundation, UNAIDS, as well as the South African government, SPRINGBOK is dedicated to making a positive impact on the lives of South Africans, since the increased public health awareness is not only important, but essential for a revitalization of South Africa as a society. What physical permanent facilities can SPRINGBOK implement to combat sexual health issues in South Africa? We have a $1 billion budget that has been carefully scrutinized to make sure it accounts for efficient and effective use. Since we are focusing on sexual health, we have decided to build bottle clinics, not only to keep costs down, but also to maximize the number of clinics. These use eco-bricks, which are bottles stuffed with inorganic materials like trash and lining them between chicken wire. There are many pros to using this method other than just lower costs. This is also a way of cleaning up the community, as well as involving the community to help build them while simultaneously building pride and community relations. The clinics will cost about $50,000 each, an overestimate to account for any unforeseen delays or costs. These clinics will mostly be used by women due to the gender roles in this society, as well as the high number of women affected by HIV/AIDS that will need these clinics. To make sure that the clinics are put to good use, there will be monthly check-ins to make sure everything is working well. These clinics will have sign-in sheets gathered by community members to monitor the use by their fellow community members. How can SPRINGBOK spread knowledge and information about sexual health to prevent health crises? Another major area of SPRINGBOK's attention is sexual health education. Education will allow South Africans to make better decisions about sexual health and be more aware of related issues. Most of this education will be training local clinicians to deal with sexual health-based issues, for example, training midwives to ensure childbirths are as safe as possible. We also plan on using awareness ambassadors, trained members of the local communities to act as a medium between us and the people and help start the conversation. SPRINGBOK will also print and distribute pamphlets about our clinics and sexual health information, which would provide a quick and easy way of spreading the word. This is not without its challenges, however. Conservative and traditional values about sexual health are still very prevalent in small communities, and people may not initially accept our different views. SPRINGBOK believes it can eliminate these stigmas, however, by relying on awareness ambassadors to break cultural barriers. Although it's hard to directly measure education and its effects, one way SPRINGBOK can see if our efforts are successful is by looking at the usage of clinics. An important long-term indicator would also be the decrease in the infant mortality rate in South Africa as a result of more midwives in attendance at births. What assets and tools can SPRINGBOK provide to the people of South Africa to improve sexual health? Our final area of focus will be on providing medical resources to improve sexual health and combat sexually transmitted diseases. First resource are antiretroviral drugs that aim to slow the growth of HIV that it does not transition into AIDS. We will also provide contraceptive resources such as condoms and birth control pills. Condoms will significantly limit the spread of HIV during sex, while birth control will prevent women from having kids if they believe they do have HIV or AIDS. The last major resource is a variety of medical equipment needed by the clinics to do things like test for HIV/AIDS and provide proper care. Clinicians will be trained to use these properly, including sterilization. There are some challenges with this plan. Antiretroviral drugs must be shipped directly to South Africa, and so their actual availability may be out of our control. To prepare for this, clinics will try to stockpile excess medication so that it can be used if a shipment to the clinic runs late. By keeping stock of our resource inventories, we will know whether people are utilizing the resources we provide and if they are actually being used. We would expect to see HIV infection rates go down over the next few years. Here's an overview of our budget once more. As you can see, it is very specific on where every dollar goes. Together we can return South Africa to the once great country it was before it was plagued by these diseases. Thank you.